Hi, everybody, and welcome back to yet another cracking edition of The Matt Brown Show. This is the Secrets of Fail series where we are talking to CEOs and entrepreneurs all about their epic business blunders. And with us in the hot seat today is none other than the man, the legend, Kelly Hammons. He is the CEO of a company we're going to get into in a moment. But that company is Secutoris.com. Check it out. So, Kelly, welcome to the show, bud.
Hey, thank you, Matt.
Cool, dude. So you know what's coming. So let's start with the elevator pitch. What do you guys do over there at Secutor IS?
All right, well, Secutor is a cybersecurity consulting company. All right, so we're 80 highly experienced cybersecurity practitioners who provide a wide variety of tailored solutions, everything from pen testing to virtual chief information security officer, we call them CISO services.
hmm So do you work with small, medium, large businesses? Where's your kind of sweet spot?
Our sweet spot is the medium to large, not huge. You know, like the Fortune 1000 companies tend to look at us and go, "Yeah, you're too small. You can't really help us. We're going to hire somebody with a big name."
Yeah.
But yeah, that sweet spot is kind of the mid to large range.
Okay. Very cool. It's a very needed spot. I've got a client, Haiku, that does SaaS data backup and security and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And and I've just been in the cyber. I personally have had a lot of cybersecurity interviews, and I think the stuff that you guys are doing is, I get phishing attacks every day. Every single day.
So do I.
It's just like, oh my God, please can someone make it stop? Anyway, but that is a conversation for another day. We don't have time for that today. We've got to get into the meat and the potatoes of this one, Kelly. So what is your epic story of fail for our audience around the world today?
Oh gosh. Okay, so a few years ago, we decided to get into the managed security services space. So MSSP is what they call it for small businesses. And we had some successes, but it was a failure. It didn't meet my expectations. The customers who need that kind of service were not our normal market at all. The competition was there's a lot of competition in that market. I had no idea how much competition there was. I mean, I knew, but I totally underestimated it. And the margins are way tighter than I expected as well. So we did find customers. We had successes, but it wasn't in the volume that we would need to make a real profit. And found out, yeah, that's what you need in that area is just lots of volume, and we just couldn't get there, and it wasn't our core strength, so it didn't work.
hmm Yeah, it's kind of like startups. When I first got to this, excuse me, when I first got to the States, I was like, yeah, startups. You try and scale a startup as a segment in your business model. Good luck. Like they're all about product and then like raising. It's just like, it doesn't work. So even though there could be a nice big market there, it doesn't mean that you can, like, it's like this is saying, right? Like there could be a gap in the market, but is there a market in the gap? Cool, bud. So what did that whole experience teach you?
Well, that we needed to focus on our core strengths, and to if we were going to expand and build the business, it needs to have that as the foundation.
hmm So where did you, or what transpired as a consequence of that? Did you just stay where you were into the mid to large segments, or what happened with the story?
So, um, well, we still have those smaller customers. We're still supporting them. And like I said, we are making a profit off of that, just not enough to make it really worth all the effort that we put into it. And the money spent on all the tools and getting the right expertise attached to this that we needed to make it work.
hmm So Kelly, if you could get into the Matt Brown Show time machine and kind of go back in time and do things differently, what would you do differently and why?
Um, More market research.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean that's the core of it. We did not do enough market research to really nail down that this is the right way to do it, and this would be the consequences of how it works. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about TAM, right? Like total addressable markets. And it's kind of like
Hmm.
you go, oh, like there's a million customers or small businesses, but like there's competitors, there's other products, there's appetite for buying, budget, commercial. Like there's so many things in research that we don't actually think about, do we?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, let's do this. What is your advice for other CEOs in terms of the importance of failing and becoming successful in business?
Um, so it's kind of a hackneyed term, but think outside the box. So what we've done since then is kind of a completely different direction, but it built off of that core set of skills, the core competency that we have, which is providing top experts to solve problems in the cybersecurity space. So we call it Insider Direct. We launched it just a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if you want me to go into that.
Yeah, man, do
Uh,
your thing.
yeah, sure. So Insider Direct was inspired by Costco. Does Costco exist in UK
It doesn't in South Africa, but
or you're in South
yeah,
Africa.
I'm in
Sorry.
Denver, so I love Costco. They
Oh,
have the best lamb
you're in
chops,
Denver. Oh, okay. All right,
the
cool.
best lamb chops, dude. Telling you.
Yeah, so Costco is really awesome. It's got everybody loves Costco, and I was walking through Costco one day, following my wife. My entire job is just to push the cart and make sure it's close enough that she can throw her stuff in, and stay out of the way of everyone else trying to go by. And so I had lots of time to think. And I knew everybody loves Costco, and I knew what the core model was. They have this membership, and then you get all these great products at a discounted price. And so I'm thinking, how could that apply to my business and cybersecurity in general? And that was many years ago, and I couldn't quite crack it, and I couldn't quite figure out the best way to do it. And over time, thought about it and talked to a bunch of people, got some great advice, did a bunch of market research, to solve that problem, and came up with something that is just completely unique for the cybersecurity space. It doesn't exist, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, right? So it's either, this is brilliant, nobody's thought of it, and it's going to make $1 billion, or lots of people have thought of this, and it's a stupid idea, and I'm going to crash and burn. So I decided, let's do a bunch of market research, talk to a bunch of people, and figure out the best way to do this, and make sure that it's actually going to be something that could be successful. So what we came up with is there is a membership fee. And in exchange for that membership fee, our customers can buy their cybersecurity products through us at our cost. So we can save these companies a ton of money. And the membership is a fixed cost. It doesn't go up whenever they order more. They know exactly what they're paying, and they know exactly what they're getting out of it. And key to that is not just that they have a cost savings, but that they have a value add on top of it. And we do that through what we call a technical account manager, or the same acronym that you used before, TAM, but completely different meaning. So the TAM is one of our 80 highly experienced cybersecurity practitioners, and they're there to guide the customer to what products that they would need, and what would be best for them, with the customer then also having that transparency of knowing that TAM is working in their best interest. All right, so they're not going to recommend something that is just going to get us more margin, that is not the best thing for them. So they know that up front, and through that they can build a real relationship. And that's where we get back to our core business. And that TAM is there to identify, not just to help them pick out what products that they should have, but identify what projects or services that they need. And since we're there and have built such a great relationship and trust, we can then provide those services and projects at a much larger scale. And we've built that trust, and we can do that for them. And that's where, since it's getting back to our core business, where we actually make our profit.
Very cool, dude. Love it. It's like a Costco for cybersecurity. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So, dude, let's talk quickly about books, tools, and resources that you recommend for other CEOs.
Okay. So we have been using Zoho and QuickBooks. I've never really been happy with it, though. Zoho has a great set of tools, but for our business, with the model that we have with all these consultants, doing Zoho, it's just too expensive, right? It's just too expensive. So we have now switched to Monday.com, and Xero, Xero, Xero. And between the two, it's able to cover everything that we need, the project management side on Monday, and financial tracking and everything that's important on that side through Xero.
My last business used Monday and Xero, so we were like a hardcore media production business. So we tried everything, like different trailer and all that shit. But Monday is super flexible, and the reporting is really cool. So you can build some pretty amazing, filters and reporting, analytics, dashboards, visualizations are really good. And Xero is an Australian company, and they've just cleaned up. So like they, as a tool, also accounting tool, very amazing. So I couldn't agree with you more there, buddy.
So why did you get away from Monday?
Just the business died, brother. That's pretty much why. Goodbye, Monday. But
So that was your fail story then?
Yeah, it was. I did it. It's in the book. It's coming out, dude. It's coming out. You'll see it there all in its big, hairy, ugly glory, Well, Kelly, congrats on all your success, man. I love the innovation on the marketplace for cybersecurity products. I think that's very cool. 80 consultants, you're doing something great. You're doing a lot of things right, and that's kudos to you. But that does conclude your time in the hot seat, brother. And wishing you and the rest of the team there all the very best in the future.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
Have a good day.
Everyone else, see you soon.